which goes back down to the gay rap community. Now you must understand this because I saw this thing happening in Atlanta. In Atlanta, at the AU Center, you got 5 black schools, so it's a test ground or a training ground for everything socially going to happen to black people. You got the government agencies is up in there also, and just basically all types of things where either they study in the case study of these black children or things that's happening, or they're either influencing things. And it could be some subliminal shit that's going on because we know those CDs. Now you see a DVD have 2 or 3 movies on the same DVD. Well, that means that it shows you can overlay stuff. So with CD technology, they can put a whole nother thing up under the CD. And although you think you're listening to something, that's only getting to the outer ear, but the inner ear melanin, which is the nucleus, there's something else, a whole nother CD, it can be telling you, be gay. Subliminal seduction. You are gay. Well, so one brother, cause
go and kill.
Go and kill. Well, we know that happens already. Go kill with the gangs and all that. So this is interesting. We'll talk about that in a minute with the terrorist thing.
You know, there's a short life in.
Why do you think that is? What the creative side is?
Well, because losing out money, you got to take drugs. You're going through so much shit to try and deal with life. You are literally, it's an unhealthy space, and so eventually you're going to go too far. You know, who knows what happened to Philip? Who knows what he had to do in order to get to where he was at? There's a lot of things that people do that end up sitting and they can't get over it. And they got to keep getting high, hoping to get it out of their head. You know, but when you lose your man card, that's the only thing I can think of. You lose your damn man card.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
You give up your ability, your right to being a man. A man don't take it, a man gives it. So when you give up that man card, you don't get that back.
Are you saying what I think you're saying?
No, I'm saying what I'm saying. You don't get that back. You come into this world as a man one time. You give up that right for anything, for fear of being hurt, fear of somebody doing something, for wanting to gain something. When you give up that man card right, you lose some spiritual energy that has always been pushing through. Like if a woman gives up her womanly right of being a mother and taking care of her family and do all those things, when you give up those things, but when you give up your manhood, I've never seen somebody recover from it.
Now, I'm gonna get into this video now. Y'all know on my channel I go over health, wealth, better understanding the self, and giving praises to the Most High. And in this video, Terrence Howard just reveals how the industry used this spiritual thing against males for control. Now, if y'all watched my channel before, I went over Bobby Hemmett, and he goes over how Hollywood and the industry uses this for control over men. And Terrence Howard goes over this and actually goes into details on how it works. Now, to me, I feel like I'm standing with Terrence Howard on this. I feel like it's a lot of the LGBT things that's pushed on our community. It's pushed on us, and it's pushed for a reason. I don't think it's just done to, for no reason. I think that even for the upstanding men, like the great Bobby Hemmett said, they use this as a control mechanism. And I think Diddy, he's going to go into his Diddy experience. I think that Puffy Diddy, whatever you want to call him, I think he worked for them people, and he was just one of the people who they had in charge of doing this. Now, I'm going to let him play, but I want to know what y'all think in the comment section about this. Let me let him cook, and I will explain more of this. Check it out.
That was all the people that went to the Puffy parties. That was all the people that did all those things thinking that there was never going to be a consequence for what they were doing. Got punked out and pimped out by some greater desire. You shouldn't have a greater desire than being a man. So I believe that's a big problem with a lot of the actors out there because they get fluid, and next thing you know, once you go fluid, it's gone. You don't have any foundation to pull yourself back from. So maintain your man card, no matter what.
Man, I mean, one of the things you're seeing, you went to a whole different place.
Sorry.
No, I get it. So you see some guys struggling with that. You see Bieber struggling with that. You see some of these guys struggling with that.
They can't get it out of their head. They can't get it out of their head. The things that they did, no matter how they did it, whether they were drunk or high or whatever, you gave up your man card. You need therapy. And that's the thing that hurts them the most. And so they end up on drugs, end up every way to try and get rid of any principles there are. And that's what the business does. And the women that trade their bodies to go and get the role, they get to the point where they have their Oscar, they have their money, but they don't have their dream. They don't have the soul that they started with. So it's like achieving don't mean anything. If I get all the Nobel Prizes from doing all of this, but in the process, I have to trade out all of my integrity to do it so that they can stay in place, what benefit is that if I lose my integrity? You got to go in as a principal. And what we were brought in here as men. We produce 1,500 sperm per heartbeat for a reason, because the aggression is necessary. You don't trade that in, no matter what.
Did you ever have the opportunity where you got invited and you said no to it?
Hell yeah.
What was the consequences when you said no?
Puffy invited me for weeks, asking me to come and teach him how to, wanted me to be his acting coach for a while. Go there and he's sitting around just looking. I'm like, okay, what's the material you want to work on? He's just looking at me. Then next thing you know, okay, hey, will you help me? I want to hear your music. So I come over there and I play the music, and he's sitting there just looking at me, like waiting. Okay. So then my assistant was like, he wants to hang out with you next week. And I was like, for what? He's like, I think he's trying to fuck you. That's what my assistant said. And I was like, oh, okay. Now I get it. So now no more communication. Now you know to be hands off with somebody. A number of producers come in to make the approach, and you threaten to punch them in the mouth, or threaten to knock their head off for talking to you or looking at you like you're a woman. When you approach a real man about his masculinity, you're going to get a real reaction back. It's a difference when a guy walks in a room and when a man walks into a room. And a man don't take the same things that a guy will accept. So always be the man in the room. And that's always been my whole thing. And I've lost businesses because I don't bend over in that way. I don't compromise. I don't play gay roles. I don't kiss a man. I don't do that shit, because the man card means everything.
I had no idea we're going to go this direction with the podcast. This is absolutely. But
Listen,
we've
Terrence Howard.
We've had a lot of the guys on to talk about this stuff. Are you done with Hollywood because of this specific reason?
I'm still working. I still, I haven't made the money necessary to do all of the other stuff. So I still have to go and do the Chitlin circuit. I still have to do the job that I need to. But eventually, I've done what I set out to do, which was to redefine the universe. I've proven what I've set out to do, and that's why I have all the patents. Whether they evaluate it or not, that's up to them. But I've done the work and finished it. Now I can go on and do whatever else we need to do. Hi, everyone. My name is Terrence Howard. I'm an actor, but in the field of science also. So if you would like to connect with me, you can connect with me on Minect. The QR code is down below, and let's have a great conversation.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to.
So there it is, y'all. Terrence Howard is revealing, and I think I stand with Terrence Howard on this, and a lot of us brothers stand on this. We understand the play that's being done to the community, to our younger men. We need our men to stand on their business. We need more strong men that's going to be able to, help push the world forward. And as we can see with the movies, with some of these rappers, with how they doing with Lil Nas X, and in our community, we're plagued with the force of trying to take the masculinity away from the males. And a lot of people hear us say that and they're like, but it's true. It's people out there that's saying this. Our greats like Bobby Hemmett and Steve Coakley, Stephen Darby, they talked about this as with the Boule. We understand that these secret groups is just down with funny business. And I just stand with Terrence Howard for revealing stuff like this and putting it on the forefront. But now it's our job to protect our boys and make sure that we're raising, men that's standing on business and that's keeping their honor. So let me know what y'all think about this. Very deep. I'll catch y'all in the next one. Peace and love.
You are totally dependent on other people to take care of your needs because you don't have those roots sunk into the ground. To have a community, you must have three things to have a community in it. You must have a wholly independent economic structure that can provide goods, service, products, and things for your own people, and jobs and tax spaces for your own people. You should at least control four basic things. You should be trying to control water, food, medicine, and energy to be able to survive.
Here we got Mr. Pollock. He had a cornfield. He took advantage of a free water test from us, and this is what we found in this water. We found sulfur, we found hardness, and we solved these problems with an easy fix of 2 tanks. So get your free water test today. Stay blessed. Click the link below.